So a few days ago, I flew to Austria for my summer research internship. But this is not where my story starts. So let's go back to the beginning. Fast forwarding to a month before the trip, it was final season in Toronto, the most stressful time in the whole year. I had 5 exams, a presentation, and several assignments due in 3 weeks. But to make matters worse, I found out that I couldn't issue my visa in Toronto, so I had to go to Ottawa. Okay, so I'm finally in Ottawa. I say finally like the trip was long. It was only 4.5 hours. It's 1:30 right now. I didn't film anything in Toronto because I was dead tired because I only slept for 3 hours. So here I am. My trip to Ottawa ended up being fun. However, gathering up all the documents wasn't. Overall, the semester in Toronto was very stressful with many ups and downs. Okay, so I guess I'm not doing that well. The past 3 weeks, I've been working nonstop on assignments and midterms and work and research, and it's just been all getting to me. I was sleep deprived and exhausted from school, so that state transferred to thoughts about my trip. In a few hours, I have a plane to Austria because I'm doing a summer research internship. And although everyone has been asking me, like, are you excited? I'm actually not. I was excited when I first got it, but now I'm just nervous. And I have all this anxiety of the little things, but I guess if I look at the big picture, I hope it's gonna be fun and not too busy because I do want to travel. But I decided to film it all just to show you guys how it goes and maybe tell you guys how I got it. And yeah, hopefully there's something worth filming. Okay, so I look like a mess and I'm very sleep deprived because of my 12-hour flight here. But I'm finally in Austria and I'm finally beside my residence. The fact that the driver didn't know English is a very bad sign. But I guess we'll have to survive. Okay, just have to find my residence now. Okay, as far as I understand, that is my residence. And I have to find a key, my key. By find, I mean that they left it in a key box, and I have no idea where that key box is. Okay, finding the key box wasn't hard. There it is. As far as I remember, they left it at 6, so there it is. They put my birthday as the password. Okay, guys. I actually found my key. There it is. So now I'm gonna go up. However, it's a little weird that I only have one key. Because I have to open like 3 doors and whatever. I'll have to figure it out. I'm here for only a few hours and I've already learned 2 new things. First of all, one key can open several doors. And secondly, I live on the 1st floor and not the 2nd floor. Because it turns out that here they count floors from 0 and then like up is like 1, 2, 3, and 4. They don't count the 1st floor as actually being the 1st floor, which is a little strange to me, but I guess it's normal here. So I got into my room, but I realized that I don't know the Wi-Fi password, and that I remember that everything closes early in Europe, so I have to really go and get groceries and figure out how to connect to the internet, because that would be a problem. I might be very jet lagged and might not even sleep at night. And that's why I need to get groceries, because I'm gonna be hungry. Welcome to Austria, guys. It's actually already been a few days that I'm here. I didn't film anything that day because I was oh my god, something big just flew by. I was so sleep deprived, and I had to figure out to get the Wi-Fi, how to get and where to get groceries. But you know, that little panic attack ended quickly because I met a girl and just asked her the Wi-Fi password, and also found a store actually 2 minutes away from here, and everything turned out to be fine. I actually live with like flatmates. One of them is from Czech and the other girl's from France, and they're super nice, and I also met them on the same day, just in the evening. And I actually can't believe how many things I did during that one, not even one day, it was like half a day, half of my first day. I got to walk around Graz a bit. I met 3 other people. However, my first impression of Graz was actually pretty disappointing, I'll tell you that, just lightly said, because I came from Toronto, and well, Europe, comparing to Toronto, for example, like at least big cities in North America, is pretty small, lightly said, and Graz is the second largest city in Austria. However, obviously the architecture is very different, and that's why I also did not see any people on the first day. I mean, like when I just came, and you saw the videos from there. So I thought I came to this little village that I have no Wi-Fi in my dorm. The grocery store closes early, everything closes early, but now it's very different, and now I've actually figured out my way around town. It turns out it's actually a pretty big city, and as I said, I already met some people. Actually hear the birds. Hopefully you hear me as well as you hear the birds. And although I'm still processing the fact that I'm in Austria, I feel like I've also been here for a month now, although I've only been here for like 3-4 days, which is crazy. And I don't know, I'm actually starting to feel for this place. During my time here, I plan to travel a lot, but for the first weekend, I decided to stay in the city just to get to know it. I went on a tour of Graz, and I already actually went to an exhibition, a Banksy exhibition, and it was amazing because, well, that was very unexpected, and the exhibition actually ends in around 2 days, and I was lucky enough to make it and see it before it leaves Graz. So welcome to Austria, guys. How about I show you around? I also forgot to say one thing before I show you guys around my res, is the fact that a lot of people don't, like outside, like not the students, but like just in stores, don't know English. So and like all the products and like the stores and everything, it's all in German. And let's just say I don't know a single word in German. I learned like a few while I was here for like 3 days, but that's pretty much it. So getting around is hard at times, but I mean, not that bad. Okay, let me show you guys around. Okay, let's start from the backyard of the residence. This is the res itself, and I think it's golden hours, so I chose the right time to film. This is where I was filming for you guys. It's like a picnic bench, and a lot of people do like BBQs. I've been here for 3 days, and there were 2 BBQs already. And this is like background. It's really pretty. A lot of birds. The birds are actually singing constantly, and it's funny because right there, that's my window, and like you can see everything from them. Like obviously you can also look inside, but the thing is, like, these things close, so it's okay. But when I film, like, I'm sure someone is looking from their windows and asking what the heck I'm doing here. So I started filming this too late, and it's actually almost dark outside. So I'll just give you a quick tour around my res before it gets too dark and you won't be able to see anything. The lighting in the res isn't great. So in Canada, in an apartment-style residence, both girls and guys can live there. So the moment I came in, the first thing I did was look at the clothes and shoes, and I immediately realized that 2 girls are living with me. Now this deserves a separate explanation. The thing is, we buy bottled water, all of us, and yes, these are more bottles. You can recycle these. The biggest shock for me in Austria is the fact that the water here is very hard. So it has a lot of like calcium and magnesium in it, and which I've actually read is healthy for you, for your cardiovascular system, but when you're not used to it, it's actually really hard to drink. And my roommates, who are actually amazing, one is from Czech Republic and the second one's from France, are also not used to it. That's why we all buy bottled water. That's why we have that many bottles. And honestly, the bottled water isn't great either. It has so much calcium and magnesium in it, it's barely recognizable as just fresh water. But of course, when I spoke to some people from Graz, they didn't even know about the water difference, and they are actually very proud of their water. I guess when you get used to it, it can actually be nice. This is like the common area. Here is our little kitchen, the bathroom, and the washroom, and our table. We don't actually eat here often, but we do chat. That's what's interesting about this place. And we have this mini, like, it's not a balcony because it's just like a window. This is our kitchen from a different angle. Here is the refrigerator. We have everything except an oven, which is a little inconvenient. But the first thing I realized when I came here, I opened the refrigerator and I saw that my roommates have a lot of fruits. And I was like, oh my God, they have a healthy lifestyle. See, fruits again, they're practically everywhere. Now we're going into my room and the lighting here is a lot better, so I guess you could see me much better. But I did want to show you guys the reality instead of just opening the lights everywhere and saying that that's how the lighting is actually in the res. My room is room number 3, and this is how it looks from first sight. Of course, I've been living here for 2 weeks and I kind of want to show you the reality of things. I think there are 2 things that surprised me about this room. Actually 3. First of all, I have a TV, which is actually all the channels are like in German, but still, like, that's pretty unusual. I haven't seen that in many Canadian residences. And the second thing that surprised me, and the second thing is actually my window. So the thing is, I can open the blinds and close them up, which is possibly not surprising at all to many people, but this is actually high tech for a student residence. And this is great for people that can't sleep when there is a lot of light. Like, the curtains are dark and then we have the blinds, so during the day the room can actually get really dark. I'll film it in the morning to show you guys. So as promised, this is how it looks during the day, and if you close the blinds, it gets pretty dark, and then the curtains gets even darker.
There's you see? Water.
Rosa just taking care of her beans.
Oh God.
This is.
I hope they grow. I'm gonna hit them. Oh God, please. Please.
I just wanted to comment on some of the things about my residence. The thing is, because of the dates I came to Austria, they're pretty random in a sense that the semester here hasn't ended yet, and it will only end in July, yes, which is actually weird because our semester ended back at the end of April, and I came here in the beginning of May, so there was practically no space in residence. I have been really lucky to get this spot, and I acted quickly. Back in March, I paid the deposit and secured my spot. So definitely act quickly if you're going abroad, because accommodation can really save you. For example, I really didn't want to live in an apartment because this is just my personal opinion. It's really hard to find friends when you're actually not studying at the university. So I really wanted to live with roommates, which was a great decision. And now I know that because my roommates are just fantastic. One is, as I mentioned, I think in the video, one is from France, her name's Gail, and one is from Czech Republic, and her name is Rosa. So I've been just having the time of my life here. My anxiety has really gotten a lot better because I feel like I was just always anxious in Toronto, and just because of everything. And honestly, exam season was probably one of the big reasons. But now I'm here, it's getting better, and I'm actually planning a few trips already. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Bye!